Welcome to Mersey Newslive. I'm Kate Farley with the news.
And I'm John Hughes with the sport.
These are your top stories. Type 2 diabetes sufferers are facing medication shortages due to people without diabetes using Ozempic drug to lose weight. In more spooky news, the fire and rescue services have warned families about the risk of children's Halloween costumes catching fire.
And in the sports world, Liverpool Football Club has paid tribute to Sir Bobby Charlton after the World Cup winner passed away at the weekend.
Weight loss diets and trends are causing a global shortage of type 2 diabetes medicine, Ozempic, for the people who need it most. The drug is being sold online and over the counter to help dieters, with a National Health Survey saying half of adults in England are overweight. But the Northwest branch of Diabetes UK says this is contributing to the global shortage of medication, which is vital for diabetics. Jessica McGilvery reports.
With over half of England's adult population being either overweight or obese, weight loss is often a thing on many people's minds. Many pharmacies provide multiple options of weight loss or management supplements, but some people are now turning to type 2 diabetes medication Ozempic as a method and are finding many side effects.
It can have side effects from constipation to diarrhea, worst case scenario, pancreatitis. So it can have side effects. Would I want to risk that if I didn't need it for something like type 2 diabetes? Would my advice would be no, I wouldn't. And I really appreciate that losing weight is not easy. It's not easy, but there's lots of ways and lots of support out there to help people who do want to lose weight to do so safely.
This medication is typically prescribed, but people are managing to access it over the counter and are now contributing to shortages of the medication for those who rely on it.
Will be contributing to the shortage, and I suppose that shows in a global issue here on stock supplies. So yeah, it will be, and we know that we're expecting this to be quite continued, well into midway through next year. So our big ask is that it is only prescribed for the reason that it's licensed in the UK. This drug is only on licence in line with NICE guidance for people living with a diagnosis of type 2 diabetes.
It is recommended to speak to your healthcare professionals if you are struggling to lose weight or need advice on this medication with a type 2 diabetes diagnosis.
In terms of diabetes, though, just to realise how important this drug is, in the north of England, well over 1 million people are living with diabetes. And many of them people, 90% of well over that million, will be living with type 2 diabetes. And so that just gives you a scale of the picture and the impact on our healthcare professionals trying to look after them when there is such a drug shortage.
Jessica McGilvery, Mersey Newslive.
Parents are being urged to take care when buying Halloween costumes for their children. The Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service says some costumes sold online are unsafe for kids and are at increased risk of catching fire. Daniel Zambatis has more.
The Merseyside Fire and Rescue Service have warned parents to be careful when buying Halloween costumes for their children, with late October seeing increased incidents of kids' clothing catching fire. According to fire investigators, certain costumes being sold on the internet are not designed to the safest standard required for children and have led to serious injuries for young trick-or-treaters.
People might inadvertently put a pumpkin outside their front door with a nice candle inside it. It gives a lovely glowing effect. The children become distracted because of their long flowing costumes. Sometimes they're wearing masks, so they have reduced visibility. And then the costume quite quickly can become involved in fire. And the child then obviously, the whole costume becomes involved and the child can become injured because of it. Sadly, as a fire investigator, I've seen children with severe burns from becoming involved in fire over the Halloween period.
The rescue service have urged people to reduce their use of naked flames and instead use LED lights and electronic candles. Mullen has also asked that every household ensures they have working smoke alarms on every floor of the property to minimise the risk of serious fire incidents, with Halloween, Bonfire Night and Christmas all seeing an increase in these types of accidents.
Consider whether you should actually be using naked flame, as in sparklers, with children. They are so dangerous. They burn at up to 2,000 degrees. They will easily set fire to the costume that the children could be wearing. And of course, consider where you purchase your costume from. Consider where you purchase your costume from. Consider the quality of that costume. not all costumes are made to the same safety levels as normal children's clothing because they're classed as a costume. And for that reason, some costumes will burn a lot quicker. And also the ones that are purchased online can actually not even comply to any safety standards whatsoever. Please be mindful when you buy these costumes.
Daniel Zambatis, Mersey Newslive.
The site of the former Royal Liverpool University Hospital is to be used to build a world-beating health sciences academy. This decision comes as a result of an overworked NHS and the recent government launch of the first comprehensive workforce plan for the NHS. It hopes to offer better healthcare services on Merseyside. John has been following the story.
Leaders from the University of Liverpool and Liverpool Hospital NHS Trust have advanced plans to build an academic health sciences campus on the site of the former Royal Hospital. As the NHS struggles across the country, the NHS Workforce Plan looks to be the biggest recruitment drive in health service history. The project looks to train students who will be part of a workforce that will increasingly use robotics and AI in day-to-day work. Despite the University of Liverpool's medical school being open since 1834, this is still due to be one of its biggest developments yet. This comes at a crucial time as the NHS struggles across the country, while projects like this look to train healthcare professionals and retain them after training, helping to deal with the overall workload. This has been John Hughes reporting on Mersey Newslive.
Designated safe places are to be established to help people on public transport who are experiencing uncomfortable situations. It is the latest addition to the Safer Streets campaign to help increase safety, particularly for women across Merseyside. Olivia Beattie reports.
Bus stations are due to become safe spaces for those facing distress and intimidation. Staff are being trained to provide help and reassurance for those in times of need. Bus stations across the region are being developed in temporary refuge points where people can call and wait for family and friends. The new initiative has just been launched by the Police Chief Commissioner Emily Spurrell. The scheme is in addition to both Merseyside Safer Streets and LCR Pride Foundation You're Safe Here campaign.
It was all about people feeling safe moving around the city region, whatever your background, particularly around young women, but particularly around the LGBT community. We've seen some really awful incidents, and they should feel safe when they're moving around the city. They should feel safe when they're going to and from work, going to and from home. And so we just want to create an environment where everybody feels safe to do what they need to do.
Police visibility is the increase of bus stations prone to incidents, while staff are being trained in bystander interaction to help in situations when the police are unavailable. The police commissioner believes there is no quick solution as there is a cultural challenge, however hopes these safe spaces will become a long-term approach in handling antisocial incidents. Despite the safe hubs only being open as long as buses are running, Mersey Travel are encouraging the public to continuously report any issue that may be causing discomfort. Olivia Beattie, Mersey Newslive.
The Smithdown Social Arts Hub is holding a visual arts exhibition for Blackfest. The display showcases the work of black artists in Liverpool. Workshops will be taking place at the Arts Hub in the coming days to go with the exhibit. Mackenzie Argent reports.
Smithdown Social Arts Hub is hosting an exhibition to celebrate the work of black artists in Smithdown and Merseyside.
So this exhibition is a collaboration with Blackfest. This is our second year of collaborating with Blackfest. We had a month-long exhibition last year. We want everyone in the community, because it's a very multicultural community, we want them to feel represented here. Art is culture. So everyone should have the ability to see their own culture represented.
Showcasing the work of 5 black artists from Liverpool, the Arts Hub will also be hosting a number of workshops held by the artists throughout October. The artists have sourced their work from many different places.
Petronelle, she does a lot of work with the Congolese Association of Merseyside. So all of these artifacts that she's brought over from the Congo. All of the artwork that she's brought with her is done by her brother. Leroy Cooper, the late Leroy Cooper, he has a 40-year collection of photography mainly from Toxteth, but all over Liverpool. He also was an artist, like a fine artist. So this art is a representation of Leroy's fine art side. Helen, well, she's a certified climate-aware photographer. These pictures were photographed from the farm where her father's farm. This is Oaksy. Oaksy, he does landscape, portraiture. He actually has an affinity for masks that come out of Africa. And Tony is a DJ by trade, and he recently has decided to do some artwork. This is his very first exhibition.
The exhibition will be held until the 27th of October, with the Arts Hub continuing to celebrate local culture. Mackenzie Argent, Mersey Newslive.
And staying with Mackenzie but moving to Hilbert Island on the Wirral, where he's braving the elements as he finds out more about plans to renovate the buildings on the island, with hopes to create a new creative centre. Mackenzie Argent is there for us now.
I'm here on Hilbert Island, where plans are currently in development for these buildings behind me to be turned into hubs of art and creativity. First built in 1850, they are currently abandoned, but if funding were to be granted and permission given by the local authorities, they would soon become a space for people to express their art and their creativity. I'm Mackenzie Argent with Mersey Newslive.
And we'll be bringing you the full story on the renovation plans in next week's Mersey Newslive. And now, with today's sport, here's John.
Thanks, Kate. Plans for a memorial service for Sir Bobby Charlton are underway in Manchester. Meanwhile, Liverpool Football Club has paid tribute to the football icon who passed away on Saturday at the age of 86. The club released a statement saying the thoughts of everyone at Liverpool FC are with Sir Bobby's family, friends, Manchester United and all those close to him. St Helens winger Georgia Sutherland has been called up to the Rugby League women's training squad. She is joined by Emily Bagley of the Warrington Wolves for their upcoming test match against Wales. And back to all things ghostly and ghoulish, a local gymnastics club in Croxteth has launched a Halloween-themed fundraiser to raise money for new equipment. Aerial gymnastics need their equipment upgraded from having gone from participating in local competitions to entering regional championships. Cassie Ward has more.
Aerial Gymnastics in Croxteth have launched a fundraising appeal for new equipment, which will allow them to provide better opportunities and programmes to the gymnastic community and beyond. The club have been operating for 8 years and this year launched a CIC called Aerial Gymnastic Events, enabling them to have a more established role within the community. The club have gone from being local competitive gymnasts to regional, representing Team GB in Amsterdam this year. This means that the equipment needed to practice on must be replaced by top quality bars and floor equipment. This comes of a cost of £16,000.
At the minute, the gymnasts are going out and practicing in other clubs, so to get their practice in, and they're still doing well, but we need that equipment to be in-house. And then there's one big piece of equipment that we need, and it's similar to these mats that are behind me here, and it's a new floor area, so that will benefit the whole club as well as the competition gymnasts. So that will benefit right down from our gym tots all the way up to our 16-year-olds and our teenagers in particular who need a thicker, better quality floor area.
The club in Croxteth have also launched their Halloween Smartie Appeal, which is just one of the many fundraising tactics that they are conducting this year.
We were thinking of treats, and we were trying to think of giving a treat to the gymnasts and coming up with a way of fundraising. So we done the Smartie tubes, and we done a little poem on the side of it saying about you've got a treat but bring it back into gym, and with 20p's in it.
The equipment will provide a better experience for gymnasts from all over the city. Cassie Ward, Mersey Newslive.
Aintree Racecourse is holding a Halloween family fun day this Sunday, with racing and fun events for all ages taking place throughout the day. League 2 Tranmere are in action tonight at Morecambe. The Rovers will be looking to bounce back from their 2-1 loss at home to Doncaster last Friday.
And finally, oh no it isn't.
Oh yes it is.
St Helens Theatre Royal has launched its newest pantomime, Aladdin, which is set to hit the stage in December. This performance includes Emmerdale star Liam Fox's Abanazar and Radio City's Leanne Campbell as a digital genie. Tom Hopkins took off on his magic carpet to find out more.
Yesterday, St Helens Theatre Royal held their press launch for their new pantomime Aladdin at the Hilton Hotel in Liverpool. Emmerdale star Liam Fox stars as Ebenezer with Leanne Campbell as the genie. The production is directed by Chantal Nolan, who said that this year's pantomime is already their fastest selling and will be their biggest and best one yet. The pantomime launches in December, and Mersey Newslive spoke to some of the actors taking part in the production.
Pantomime's a pantomime that I've never done before. Being a regular at St Helens, I've done most of the pantomimes, but this is Aladdin this year. I'm playing the part of Wishy Washy with a funny voice like that, and I say wishy and you say washy. Don't forget to get your tickets. It's going to be an amazing pantomime. Like I say, I'm so excited because I've never done this one before. We've got a top cast here today. Some of my friends have worked with before. It's just going to be chaos. It's going to be loads of Christmas fun.
The wonderful widow Twank, Aladdin's mother, the lovely part to play. Bit of a scrubber really, but she turns out really nice in the end.
Which is very nice, especially since you can't sing or dance. But yeah, I've done quite a few pantomimes. I do enjoy doing it because it's a great thing to entertain people. You get a great response from the audience, and it's a big sort of big happy get together at Christmas.
Tom Watkins, Mersey Newslive.
And now for the weather, staying mostly cloudy with some sunny spells and showery periods for the rest of the afternoon with highs of 13 degrees. That's it for now. For more on these stories, visit our website merseynewslive.co.uk. Goodbye.
Bye.